Carlos Baleba to Manchester United, the Cameroon player. Here we go soon. Not yet complete, although David Austin and Fabrizio Romano and Jacob Benjamin has reported it. But if you ask me in my book, yes, so these are my reasons why I said Carlos Baleba is not a player Manchester United need. It cannot be the replacement for Casemiro leaving to Inter Miami. And let's look at it, for instance, critically. Someone like Andre Santos being signed to Manchester United is almost playing the same role Carlos Baleba is coming into. And let's not forget, Carlos Baleba as a player only had a good season at Brighton, just one very good season. So you already had a replacement of Carlos Baleba. What we all are expecting is a proper world-class midfielder that can come in and fill the big shoe of Casemiro. But now you are signing two average, or let me say, not a world-class player, which is Santos and Carlos Baleba. So what are the plans for these two players? And couple of the fact that you already had Telemans. So for me, 65 million pounds, also for a player that has injury, will be returning in September. So this signing for me is quite complicated. And this is not the signing I feel Ineos should be using to back Carrick. This is not the signing they used to use to back Ineos. You need more world-class player. All the signing Ineos has been making so far, if you ask me in my book, these are still average players. Maybe they can be world-class players in the future. Yes, but they are still average. We are expecting fast signing players that can come in and make statements instantly. Those are the signing Manchester United needs, not players that in their former teams they were benched, they were not sure of. You can see what happened in Brighton last season with Carlos Baleba. It wasn't performing to the spec. So going for that player for 65 million pounds is a whole lot if you ask me. And a couple of the fact that you've signed Telemans, you've signed Andre Santos, and now Carlos Baleba. So, but let's look. We all can just be spectating, predicting that he's not good, and he can come to Manchester United and give his all and play well. I actually think probably because one of the reasons why Manchester United went for Carlos Baleba, maybe because of the injury Ugarte has developed. I think in the World Cup. So maybe that could have been a replacement. Where we ask me, I don't think Carlos Baleba is that signing Manchester United in. And the profile I've been saying, I think they should probably might have gone for is this guy from Adam Watson from Crystal Palace or Alex Scott. Those are players that can come in and fill those big shoes. And these are some of the ratings of Carlos Baleba in the last 4 seasons. The only season that was his breakthrough season was last 2 seasons, not even last season. So coming to Manchester United, well, the season is almost here. Just 2 days or 3 days time, we'll be watching the EPL again. So as a Manchester United fan, what do you think about Carlos Baleba? And one thing about signing new players to your team is this. Everybody seems to be very excited, happy, until the players start underperforming, until the players start performing. You say that this is not that player you actually wished. So for me as a Chelsea fan, or for me as a football fan, first, before being a Chelsea fan, I feel Carlos Baleba is not that signing Manchester United yet.